Hey guys, welcome down, man. Kovic.
And I'm Bruce Greene. Let's get to the Hot Monday. There we go. Gotta get that clap out.
Yeah, speaking of the clap, let's talk about horrible work conditions, shall we?
All right, is there a competition for the worst PR in the world? If so, Konami must have a new trophy on the shelf.
Yeah, the one guarded by cameras, auto turrets, and laser tripwire alarms if the latest reports on Konami's corporate culture are accurate.
The news comes from Japanese economic newspaper Nihon Keizai Shimbun. I'm sure I didn't say that right.
Nailed it.
And translated via Kotaku and Thomas James through Twitter.
Yeah, the article describes a corporate shift at Konami in 2010 when the company released Dragon Collection.
I don't know what that is. Yeah.
This was for mobile, and it earned basically a shitload of cash.
Yeah, the low-cost, high-return nature of mobile development led Konami to dramatically shift their corporate priorities away from console development.
Surprise, surprise. Yeah. As a result, those left at the company that are still working on console properties are being neglected and pressured out of the roles. Tell us more, Lawrence.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous and in a way sounds even downright oppressive. Once employees of Kojima Productions, they've actually been renamed to number 8 production department now, just as a kind of a big fuck you, we don't care about you anymore move. They don't have internet access. They have access to an intranet, so they can send emails to other employees, but that's it. Let's say that they want to step away from their desk to check Twitter, suckle at that internet teat for a little bit. They're tracked, basically. There are cameras all around the office, and that's not for building security. It's to watch Konami's own employees and make sure they're not fucking around on the job. And even lunch breaks are monitored via check-in and check-out, so you have to actually punch in and punch out. And then if you spend too long out at lunch every week, your manager will have a stern word with you.
Well, I was going to say, this is pretty much on par with anything else that's in North Korea, right? So why is this any different?
Well, I don't know if they're North Korean.
What?
Even email addresses are randomly changed to prevent employees from having reliable contact to anyone outside the company.
Yeah, reports say that employee addresses are a few letters followed by a string of numbers, which will shuffle every few months.
That sounds pretty bad so far, but here's where it gets really insane.
Oh, it wasn't insane already?
No, it's not.
Yeah, so apparently if game developers aren't seen as particularly useful or profitable, they'll be reassigned to bullshit jobs.
These include cleaning the company's fitness clubs, shifts as company security guards, or doing assembly line work on Konami pachinko slot machines.
Even high-level producers and those that have worked at the company for years are subject to this treatment.
That's unbelievable.
It's becoming more and more clear why Hideo Kojima left.
So one employee even recalled a ridiculous story in which a former employee left the company and posted as much on Facebook.
Yeah, Konami actually tracked any existing employee that liked the status and then shuffled their positions as punishment.
What the fuck, Konami? Lawrence, what the fuck is going on?
They don't give a shit. Like, they don't care at all. This is what happens when a company realizes an entire division of their company is outdated, but they don't want to cut them all loose at once. So if you lay off an entire division of your company, then you get press releases, you get negative press, which is kind of happening now.
But yeah, this is worse. Isn't this worse?
Not really, no. So if Konami laid off 400 people today, there'd be a huge press release that would make the rounds about that. Business partners would get concerned. This stuff is like under the radar. This is for like gaming enthusiasts. We pick up on this stuff.
Yeah.
But other companies don't care. I think other companies kind of understand what's going on and that Konami's just trying to bleed out this section of their company until it gets cut off entirely. You know, it's like triage. You tie something around, you let it wither and die, and then you chop it off.
Wow. I like the mentality there. Rather than have a bad PR nightmare, we'd rather create a concentration camp.
Also, we feel like we need to do a little bit of a gut check here. If these stories are true, Konami is treating its employees pretty shitty, but a lot of companies do that even when they're not trying to get people to quit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's any sort of excuse, but I think the takeaway here is this is nothing new.
Right, Lawrence, you got a few stories about that, right?
My first job out of college, I was a software developer, and a lot of this stuff was there too. I didn't have open internet access. My time on the job was tracked very stringently to the point where, like, I remember in an employee review, somebody brought up that I went to the bathroom too much. Like, that happens at normal jobs. You know, we make this look all goofy and fun, and we fuck around all day because we're lucky enough to have a job on YouTube, but most people that work 9 to 5 and make an honest living have to deal with that kind of stuff.
That's true. That's sad. They do.
And assuming that these reports from Konami are true, this is just another sign of how the economics of modern game development are changing.
Yeah, over the years, the AAA console space has become more and more crowded to the point where only the biggest brands and franchises can actually make money.
Consumer dollars have consolidated to a few powerhouse franchises, leaving game makers to look to mobile, free-to-play, and early access to get new projects off of the ground.
Well, I mean, is this good? Is this bad? We talk a lot about that here on the show.
Well, bad work conditions are always bad.
Yeah.
You shouldn't treat people like garbage.
But all the different console development houses, you know, sort of like focusing on one franchise. It's just the free market at work. It's just kind of how capitalism normally works. But wait a second, hold on.
What?
Authoritarian surveillance.
Okay.
Orwellian control. Militaristic leadership.
North Korea.
Konami is becoming. What the hell is Outer Heaven, Lawrence?
Outer heaven?
Come on.
What's Outer Heaven?
Come on, Bruce.
It's the sanctuary for every soldier that needs a war to fight.
What do you mean? What's that?
It's a country without a government.
Tell me,
It's a
'cause I
country.
don't
It's an
think
army
it's
without a nation.
What's?
Kojima's
He's
a
not
mad
doing anything.
genius.
Oh.
This is the biggest ARG that's ever happened. He's turning his own company into his own video game.
What's Outer Heaven?
Oh my God!
Solid. Or
David
from
Hayter
Metal Gear.
confirmed. Solid Snake is back.
So please like and subscribe to go to Outer Heaven. Is that the correct use of the term?
Could I have some more water?
No, back to the game
I'm so
development.
thirsty.
Go back to working
My
on Metal
lips
Gear
are so
Solid 6.
dry. My lips are so
Back to
dry.
work.